What hospital?
How many of you have just ever gotten up and not felt great? Just didn't feel just right? Thank you. And how many of you, when you didn't feel great, just didn't feel like even doing much of anything? You know, you just kind of just were there. Right? Thank you for that. Well, I want to welcome you to Extreme Health 101. Your health is your wealth is your health. And we are going to talk about 3 things a day, and that's to begin with, but a lot of stuff's going to happen here. 3 things a day, but I really want to get into this because one of the things that we always have seen, well, I have certainly seen, is that the better or the more affluent the individual or the group, the healthier they tend to be. Conversely, the less affluent, the lower the income, the less that they have, they tend to be less healthy over time. And thirdly, we're going to really get into why that's the case and also give you solutions to make a change. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you really ready?
Yes.
Are you really ready?
Yes.
Okay. Now, some of you kind of got that, well, it's Saturday morning and it's raining. This is my day off. And I didn't have to get up quite as early as I normally do, but I still had to get in the car. And oh my goodness, it was raining. And then I got around here and I was on Forbes Boulevard, but I couldn't find 4325. Then I know if it was A, B, C, or D, that type of thing. So I just want to make sure I'm in the right place and you're in the right place. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, I like to start out with this, and many of you in the room have already seen this picture, but this is my domestic supervisor, a.k.a. my wife, Audrey. And this is how our life works. Every morning, she says, Fred, get out of bed, go make some money, go do this, that, and the other thing as well, and then come back home. And I like that about her because the fact of the matter is it's my reason for getting up every day. She's my reason, and not only want to keep her happy, and she certainly keeps me happy, but I've learned this as well. Again, somewhere I've read where it says the man's the head of the household, but I found the lady's the neck, and the neck turns the head where it needs to go, and she's really good at that. So that's my wife. This is my wife, and this is my daughter, Crystal.
Aww.
I can say aw. All right, then again, that little young man right there next to her, that's my grandson, Trey. A little bit more about him later. But this is my daughter, Crystal. Any day now, it might be a couple of months now, she'll be discharged from the United States Army. She is a flight medic. And it still amazes me that she is, and who she is and does what she does. She flies on helicopters that go down to the kill zones, just fighting all around. They extract wounded soldiers out of the situation, and they fly them to the hospital where they need to go. They call it the critical hour, where between being wounded and getting treated, the soldier may or may not be alive. This is someone who couldn't keep her room clean when she was growing up. This is someone who couldn't remember anything, it seemed like, every time I said something to her. And now she talks in acronyms. She manages millions of dollars in terms of a budget. It works at a hospital. She's at Station at West Point right now. And she leads soldiers. And it's funny, even at 32 years old, she's an old lady in the Army. But she's looking to make a change, and this is one of the reasons why they changed. That young man right there is my grandson, Rogelio Federico, I like to say Foster, but it's not Foster, all right, it's Wise the Third. And he's 4 years old right now. I've got another picture for you, but the thing about this that always gets me is my daughter, any parents in the room, I think, any fathers in the room, let me say that as well. Okay, Steve and I, thank you for that. One of the things, Steve, I know you have a son. This is Steve DeCosta, one of my business partners in a lot of ways. But anyway, but certainly, it might be the same with a son. I don't know. Maybe ladies might be the same. But in my mind, my daughter is always going to be 7 years old. No matter what, she's always going to be in the 2nd grade. That's just how it is. She's about that tall, maybe a little taller, really skinny, and that's just who she is. So one day, 4 years ago, my wife and I, we fly to Texas. We drive to Fort Hood in McLean, Texas. And I knock on the door, and my daughter answers the door with this little baby, this small child, and hands it to me. And I'm looking, she didn't say a word, she just hands me the baby. I'm looking at the baby, I'm looking at my daughter, looking at the baby, looking at my daughter. In my mind, I'm trying to think, how does a 7-year-old have a baby? It just doesn't make sense. But that young guy right there has changed my life in a lot of ways. And the Bible talks about this, and it says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. It really changed how I see life and how I think about things every single day. The other thing about that is I have a game plan. You see, She's trying to raise that young boy with the way that he should go. My job is to mess up everything that she's doing with that guy. All right, so in other words, I'm the guy that's going to play with him right before bedtime. I'm the guy that's going to teach him how to drink the milk down this a little bit, in the carton, The one that's going to leave all the lights on, and all around the house. All the stuff she did to me growing up, I'm getting her back. I told her I'm payback. And that young lady right there, she's only 7 months old. That is my granddaughter, and her name is Kandaki. She's 7, it's a 4-year-old Trey now. The two of them, it's amazing seeing the two of them together. But it was kind of funny. Trey kind of had me all to himself for the better part of 3 years, 3.5 years. And then Kandaki was born. I'll never forget it. He was sitting on my lap one day. He loves monster trucks, and we were watching videos and that type of thing. My daughter comes by, and she hands me my granddaughter. I'm holding my granddaughter. And he looks at her. He looks at me, he looks at her, looks at me, and he goes, "Oh, what's she doing here?" And I go, "Well, this is your sister." He goes, "No." He goes, "This is my space. Now she's going to go someplace else." And since then, he sort of figured out 2 things. A, he loves having a little sister. Also, because everybody oohs and ahs over the little one, the baby. They're not looking at him. He can go make his moves. He can do the stuff all that stuff I taught him to do. He's really good at it. I love that picture. Yeah, you can say ah. I love that picture because I just love that picture. So this one's for me, folks. But the two of them together, it's amazing how, it's just, life is amazing. But it brings me to why I do what I do today, because here's the thing. I want to live long. I want to be well. And I don't want to do it by myself. I want to see that young man get married. Maybe do what I do one day. Do whatever he wants to do. That young lady get married and have children. Be a great-grandfather. Why not be great at something, right? And maybe great along the way. So that's just an amazing thing. I told him I was my granddaddy, so I got him and traded. That's perfect form right there. Look at that back. Head chin to be up just a little bit. That's perfect form. He can do 4 push-ups. He can do his age. And he's pretty good at it. So he's working at it. He doesn't like squats much. Doesn't like wall sits at all. But he's doing pretty good with the push-ups right there. I'm pretty impressed with that right away. The only thing about that is his mom realizes he doesn't like to try to do 5 push-ups. So when it comes time, when he does something wrong, when he gets caught doing the stuff I told him to do, I told him you got to pay the price. She makes him do more push-ups. So it might not be quite as fun as it used to be. But anyway, I still like what we have going on there. The Fred Foster Fitness Company. Today, I do lead one of the leading fitness consulting companies in the East, on the East Coast, certainly the Mid-Atlantic, I'd say in the world. We have helped, and this is no exaggeration, thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of individuals get healthier, get stronger, become pain-free, lose fat, build muscle, live a healthier life, a happier life, a more energetic life. Our oldest client, Ms. Pat's 100 years old. She turns 101 in August. We have many clients in their 90s, been in their 80s, been in their 70s, and we have even a few teenagers along the way. So we've got the whole gamut. We talk about offering personal group fitness training for people of all ages, home, office, gym, inside, outside, land, water, day, night, doesn't make a difference. We can get you the best shape of your life. To us, everything is fitness equipment. The floor is fitness equipment. The wall is fitness equipment. A chair is fitness equipment. A broomstick is fitness equipment. A can of peas is fitness equipment. Anything that we have, we know you can get healthy and you can feel better about yourself just in your normal everyday life, whether you make it to the gym or not. Now, we love gyms. I love gyms. But the fact of the matter is that if you don't get to a gym, or if you can't get to the gym for some strange reason, or you just don't like going to the gym, who doesn't like going to the gym? You can admit it. How about this one now? Let's be honest. You have to admit this one. How many of you have a gym membership and don't ever use it? Okay. We got one person's honest. The rest of you, I don't know about that. You know, every January, I love January in the gym. I go to the gym, and like for the first week, I can't even work out. I can't find a machine. I can't find a dumbbell or bar, but there's too many people in there. But all I got to do is wait 3 weeks. And I can go back in there, and me and the same guys that have been there all year long are having just fun. We pick up 1 or 2 a year. But there is something to that. Those 1 or 2 you pick up in the gym that really come. It's a funny thing, in January, like beached whales, they have no idea what they're doing. But about this time, about April, they walk in the gym with an attitude. I mean, they're ready to go. I love that about them. Now, they might still be, maybe not quite a beach whale, maybe they're still a whale, but they're swimming if their goal is not to be a whale. But they're in the water, and there's a difference there. But the Fred Foster Fitness Company, yeah, we can help you get right. Fitness for Eternity is another brand name that we use. And What happened was years ago, I started a senior fitness program. We call it Fitness for Eternity. Well, it turned out that Fitness for Eternity got to be bigger than the Fred Foster Fitness Company. So in the training side, we have more people that do or work with Fitness for Eternity, same people, just wearing a different colored shirt, doing the same things along the way. But again, we help people get healthy. And I tell people, because it's never too late, if you can move one muscle and you can breathe it a little bit, you can become healthier. And that's to let everybody off the hook right now. In case you're wondering about, am I jacked up? Maybe you are. But the thing is, you don't have to stay jacked up. Is that okay to say jacked up?
Yeah.
All right, everybody say, I'm jacked up.
I'm jacked up.
Somewhere, right? All right, listen, I know I'm jacked up. I can do this real well. All the other things in my life I can't. So I like to brag about what I can do and say nothing about what I can't. We don't do this show anymore, but it's coming back. My partner back there, you're going to hear from her, the amazing Kelly Campbell, is we had a show, the Extreme Health Radio Show. On WOL, we did it every single Monday, and it was an amazing show. We had stories about people that went 400 pounds down to normal. We had people that overcame lung disease. We had people with blood sugar issues. We talked about all those different things. But it will come back in a big, big way. And get ready for Extreme Health Television. All right? Because we're not going to stop at radio. And what about Kelly? Extreme Health Magazine? What else can we come up with? All right? There's all kinds of stuff we can come up with. But again, everything we talk about is about extreme health. I mean, that's what it means to us. I like to brag about this. I show some of you this. You may have saw this Monday night of the class I was teaching. I talk about this all the time. I grew up in New York City, and I was a four-sport athlete in high school: football, basketball, baseball. I ran track, and I was pretty good. My senior year, after being on a football team in high school that never won one game for 3 years, we had one tie freshman year. We lost every other game that we played. My senior year, we turned that thing back around and won a league championship, won the city championship game. And at the end of that time, I got offered a football scholarship at the University of Miami. So I went to the University of Miami. Now I love to talk about this because the University of Miami has won more football games from 1980 to the present than any school in college football. I don't care what anybody else has done. They've won more national championships than anybody in that time, since 1980. I like to say it had a lot to do with me, but at the same time, I've told you, some have heard this before, but I always ask the question, just to make sure you get it right. From 1976 to 77, I'm not sure the years, about 2004, 2005, every player that started a football game at the University of Miami at the strong safety position played professional football except for one. And you have an idea who that might be. That's me. So therefore, I just started doing seminars or something to be able to eat along the way. But that was us. But I'm very proud of that because the fact of the matter is that's when I first found out what extreme health really was. That's when I first found out, granted it was in an athletic situation, we all were healthy, we all were fit, but there's another level. I also found out about things that you can go and do more than you think you can do in a lot of different ways from football. We talked earlier, a week before, Tracy back there, Patricia back here. Tricia got an amazing story. We talk about fight or flight. You're going to hear more about that one day, real soon. We'll talk about that. We did win a national championship in 1983. That was the school's first national championship. See that guy right there with hair? That's me. There you go. I had hair back then. I'll tell you, I almost fried one of those nappy froze. You know what that's like? That type of thing. You remember the rake? Some of you might not be able to. Not just the pick, but the rake, the metal. I had the fist. I had the fist. I did. Well, what I had was I had the rake, which looked like a little bit of rake, and a handle, these big long handles. But I had the fist. I had one of those, and then I had the one that was red, black, and green. And like the handles would flip up, and then you was trying to work with it. All Afro sheen, the whole thing. I know all about it. See, some people don't know about that. But that's me back then. That's the national championship ring. I never wear the ring. I seldom ever wear the ring. But we do have a national championship ring. I was trying to get a good picture of the side view, but it just didn't come out very well. But there's a lot that we're going to talk about today that's tied into being in extreme health. Now on this side of the ring, it has my name. It says Foster. We played the 50th Orange Bowl. We beat the University of Nebraska that night. And it has the score, Miami 31, Nebraska 30. But on this side of the ring, there are 3 C's. And this is something you might want to just think about for yourself. The 3 C's stand for courage, commitment, and continuity. Just earlier, I don't know if it was Shirley, whoever it was talking about not quitting. There was a call this morning. Steve was talking about not quitting. Let me say something to you. No matter what goes on in your life, no matter what endeavor you're dealing with, if you just never quit, success will come. It's a matter of how long it takes. But who cares if it takes, in other words, if it takes you 12 weeks to get through your 9-week fitness program, is that so bad at the end of 12 weeks? But what happens if you quit at week 8 or week 7? Nothing. You go right back to where you were. I remember at church, this has got to be 10 years ago or more, the pastor of our church had everyone come up to the front of the church that was 3 months behind or more on their mortgage payments, that were looking at foreclosure, to come to the front of the church. And there were probably 15 to 20 people that got, big church, probably more didn't come up, but 15 to 20 people came up. And the church caught everyone up on their mortgage that day.
Wow.
But I remember talking to a lady, I'm an usher, I talk to a lot of people, and she was very frustrated about her situation. She was mad at God, mad at everybody, mad at the mortgage company. She didn't go to church that day. She says, I give up. Had she gone, I don't know what the outcome of her situation was after the fact, but had she gone that day, the answer was right there. I say that to you today because we are going to offer you an opportunity to continue with us. We're going to offer you an opportunity to do some things with us. And I don't care where you're starting. In other words, Patricia, you're going to walk and give us a great speech in Cancun. If you come to Cancun, ask us about that in August, because this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Shirley, Tracy, we've talked, Janine, all of us, Tony, all of us. I know all of you. Just the fact of the matter is, your goal, your dream is right around the corner if you just stay on the road. It might take you 40 years to get through the wilderness, but just keep going. All those millions of people that left Egypt to get to the promised land, only 2 made it. Everybody else checked out. Just think about that. And they quit because of attitude. It wasn't anything they did so much as how they thought, how they spoke, that got them out there. But 2 came back with a good report. And not only did they get to the promised land, they kicked some butt when they got there. They did some stuff. Caleb was 80 years old, then went and got it. After he won all those battles, then he went and got his. So I'm saying, not to preach to you today, but let you know your success is right around the corner. So, are we ready?
Yes.
Thank you for that. So, that's along the way. A couple other things. That book will get done this weekend. In fact, the big project is done. The Inner Laws of Total Wellness Revealed. I take 12, they're really attitudes, but they are thoughts that will help you get to wherever you want to get to in whatever you want to do. In this case, it has to do with wellness. We talk about things like purpose and vision. We talk about commitment, courage, commitment, continuity. We talk about mission. We talk about things that aren't fitness related, but I say this to you, that if you start to absorb and live that way, or start to think that way, a funny thing starts happening. Success starts to come. And once you build momentum in anything, it's easier to go from 2 to 3 than it is to go from 1 to 2. But most of us never start at 1, and we get to 2. Now it gets tough to get to 3, but 3 to 4 is easier than 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. Before you know it, 78 to 79 is no big deal. It's kind of what you do. So you'll see that soon and very soon with that. I also have a book, The Inner Laws of Business Success Revealed. I've been in business 31 years, and I take the same attitudes, the same thoughts, the same things, and apply it to business. To apply it the way you like. In other words, the wealth part of what we're going to talk about today. That's how I've decided to build wealth. Other people might do it other ways, but I think business ownership is the easiest way to get there. Not the easiest. I shouldn't use the word easy. Well, it is. It's the easiest way to get there. Not that it's necessarily easy, but it's certainly the quickest path to your success. So, here's a question. What does extreme health look like to you? What I like to do right now is everybody just move everything off of your laps and stand up and find a partner. Preferably someone you do not know or don't know well. I mean, we have 2 ladies I don't know well. All right, but go and find one. Get everybody find a partner. All right, does everyone have a partner? All right, all right. So we'll have one group of 3. Oh no. All right, one group of 3. So Jenny, Steve, you get a partner. All right. Okay, so Jenny and Steve. Oh, so Tracy, just jump in with the group. Pick a group. Doesn't matter. All right.
Tracy.
Okay. So Tracy and Jenny. Okay, good. Everybody's got perfect. Okay, great. So here's what we have here. One of you is awesome? So again, choose one of you. Which one of you is awesome? Awesome, raise your hand. I'm an awesome. I see one awesome. Nobody else is awesome. Now let me help you out here. Awesome isn't this. Awesome is up here. So come on, awesome, raise your hand. Thank you for that. And now, awesome, look at your partner right now and say, you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Well, say it like you mean it. You're amazing.
You're amazing.
Okay, now, awesome, you're going to go first. This is only 60 seconds. But what I want you to do is for 60 seconds tell amazing when in your life you felt the best you ever felt. I'm talking about when you were in high school and you were on the cheerleading squad. Or you one day you put on those pumps, like you just looked at yourself in the mirror and just stopped and couldn't walk out the door, you looked so good. Or fellas who were the captain of the team. Or you just had it going on. I mean, you felt good about you. Nothing hurt. You could wear anything in the closet you wanted to wear without even having to look. You just knew you could do, you had vitality. Come on in here, Joyce, you can jump in here with somebody. All right? You just felt good about you all the time. Now, amazing, here's your job. You are not going to talk while Awesome is talking. But what you're going to do for Awesome is you're going to gesture to Awesome to tell you more. You're going to smile at them. You're going to use your hands, your body, whatever it's to talk. You're going to try to draw everything you can out of Awesome that you possibly can. Now, Awesome, you need to play big. Don't play small. I want you to dream. Listen, here's the deal. If you even got to fantasize to make something up, all right? I mean, right, all right, go ahead and do that. You can tell people what's going to happen one day. You can tell people, you know something, a year from now, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to climb, whatever it might be. And there is no little or small Awesome, it's all big. So the fact of the matter is, for 60 seconds, Awesome, I want you to not stop talking. For 60 seconds, keep adding, adding, adding. It's not a long time. Now, amazing, your job again, draw it out of them. You can't say a word though, but you got to draw it out of them. You got to cheer them on without words, using your body. So, Awesome, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like, I don't know. It sounds nice being awesome, but, you know, I'm not really sure. Think of it this way. Anybody ever work out before, ever lifted a dumbbell before? Anybody, you've exercised before? Was it hard? Did you come out sore?
Yes.
Anybody ever deny themselves maybe that extra portion of food or have to turn away from something before?
Yeah.
All right? Was it hard?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. What is harder, lifting that dumbbell one more time or trying to regulate what you eat at certain times or talking for 60 seconds? All right? So you've already been awesome before. So I want you to do Awesome is bring that to this thing. Bring the attitude to this thing. So, Awesome, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you really ready? Awesome, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, 60 seconds and go. Come on, nice and loud, nice and loud. Tell them how you felt. Tell them what you did. Tell them where you went. Tell them what you wore. Tell them how your old boyfriend was like, oh my goodness, I messed up. Tell them how you got the job. Tell them how you made the suit look good rather than the suit made you look good. Tell them about the energy you had. Tell them how you run up and down stairs and just having a good time being you. Tell them how people admired you. Tell them how people wanted to be like you. Tell them how people asked you to do. Come on, 10 more seconds, Awesome. 10 more seconds. That's it. Come on, come on. Come on, draw it out of amazing. Yeah, ask them for more amazing. Ask them for more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you give yourselves a hand. That's me. Awesome hand. Now, amazing. It's your turn. Okay. So amazing, look at Awesome and go, awesome? Say awesome?
Awesome.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Tell them. Okay, there you go. Repeat after me. Awesome. Look, amazing. Say to awesome. Awesome?
Awesome.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
But wait.
But wait.
But this is going to be amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing and go. Give it to me.
Okay, well, last year, about a year, 2 years ago, I was a part of the food camp where our sister went on day-to-day back about 3 to 4 days a week.
I mean, you were Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man all rolled into one.
40 pounds.
You were Wonder Woman, and Batgirl, and give me another superhero. Superwoman, Supergirl, all rolled into one. That's it. You were the red, white, and the blue. That's it. Come on in, Yolanda. Perfect. Just get in there and stay next to those ladies. Come on, amazing. Be amazing. Be amazing. Tell them. Tell them how you did somersaults and cartwheels. You felt good. You looked good. You were good. People admire you. They want to be like you. Come on, amazing. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds.
I see the picture.
5 seconds, amazing. Get it all out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, can't give yourselves a hand. Now, give your partner a double high five and say you're awesome and you're amazing.
Awesome and amazing.
All right, please go ahead and have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
So here's my question. How did that feel? Tell me how it felt.
A little strange.
Oh, all right, that's okay. Thank you. A little strange. All right, but why was it strange?
Just to just constantly talk about yourself.
And that was that difficult for you to do?
Yeah, because I don't know who you
Okay, and that's good. Thank you. Anybody else? How did it feel?
are. It was long.
It was long. Okay, all right. Okay, that's good. What else? What else? What else? Did it feel good? I was honest. I was honest. Okay, so it was strange. It was long. It was honest. What else was it? Did it feel good?
I was successful.
Did it really feel good?
It did.
Did it bring up some stuff that maybe you forgot about?
Oh, yes.
Did it make you dream and maybe want to expand some stuff? What if, and this is key, what if you looked in the mirror every single day and told yourself you're awesome and you're amazing? What if you walked around every single day and just said, you know, my name is Shirley and I'm all that. Whether you agree with me or not. What if you just lived that way? It would be awesome and amazing too. Here goes a formula I want all of you to get. Now understand, this is extreme health, right?
Yes.
This is extreme wealth as well. But let me just say something to you. Your fitness, your wellness, and your wealth, none of them will never grow beyond the extent that you do. So if you don't believe for something, you don't expect something, you don't talk about that thing to yourself, it doesn't come about. The only conversation, no matter how strange it might be, that counts is the 6 inches between your own ears. You know what I'm talking about? When you're laying in bed at night and it's just you and the ceiling, and maybe guys listening to, and the stuff that really worries you, when you feel good about you, even though nobody else knows anything about it because you did something, the fact of the matter is this is a lifestyle and an attitude that you want to have. So here goes the formula that you want to live by. Everybody say T.
T.
That means thoughts. Everybody say F.
F.
That means feelings. Everybody say A.
A.
That means actions. Now, your thoughts plus your feelings plus your actions. My thoughts will determine my feelings. If I tell myself I'm fat, you know what? I feel fat. If I tell myself I'm broke, you know what? I feel broke. You know, if I tell myself I'm all that, I'm sure that I'm all that, I feel like I'm all that. My feelings control my actions. When I feel good, I act good. I do good. When I feel, see, when you wake up on a sunny day and it's a beautiful day, you determine it's a good day. Do you feel good?
Yes.
But what, today it rained. So what? There's some people that are here today because it rained. Think about that. Because they didn't think enough of their own health or wealth, didn't feel good enough about themselves to be able to get through the rain. There's some people, maybe they woke up late and they said to themselves, you know, I worked all week. I'm a little tired. They didn't even charge me to come to the thing. And some of you didn't pay, and I've got a gift for each of you that did. And I don't need to go. I can get it next time. But I submit to you, at church about 10 or 12 years ago, 15, whatever it was, there was a lady whose home was in foreclosure, and she was behind on her mortgage, and she gave up that day and didn't come to church. Now, that had nothing to do with being spiritual. She just didn't get up and go. She could have been in a bad attitude when she got there, and her attitude would have changed. If all of you, if I handed you each a $100 bill right now, would it change? Oh, yeah, okay. Come over here. But you know what I'm talking about? But it would change things, right? It would be $100. You ever reach in your pocket and find a dollar you didn't know was there? Yeah. All right, you know what I'm talking about? It's a little bit would change where you are. So, your thoughts, how I think, control my feelings. And my feelings control my actions. And that gets me my results. If I think well, if I think wealthy, if I do that, I start to feel better, feel well, feel healthy. And now I start to act that way. And I get a different result. See, some of you might need to do something as simple as if you're at work and you take the elevator up to the 8th floor or whatever it might be, and you haven't taken the stairs in years, might just need to take one flight of stairs to the 2nd floor. And then go from 2 to 8. And do that for a week. You'll start to feel better about you. You don't have to tell anybody. It's only 13 steps. But you don't have to tell anybody. But you'll start to act differently. And it'll give you a certain result. And the next week, if I go to the 2nd floor and then take the elevator up, then I start to feel even better if I'm thinking differently. Or maybe I might just start a little bit lower than that. I might take the elevator down to the 2nd floor and walk the last flight. Some of you that live in homes might say to yourself, I don't feel good, I don't feel in shape, I don't feel, healthy. But if you lived in a home with a bathroom on more than one floor, and you never went to the bathroom on the same floor you were on, and you know that, I don't know how many, but let's just say I burned the extra 100 calories a day, and I did that every day of my life, just the math alone equal to 10 pounds of fat a year. Just by that. I haven't gone to the gym yet. I haven't worked with Fred and Kelly yet. But the fact that I missed, that will change where you are. And it'll give you a different, better result. And the key here is here. But you need to get an attitude of, I'm awesome and I'm amazing. So we're going to practice something right now. And I need a volunteer. Thank you. Yes.
I wasn't volunteering.
All right.
I had comment.
All right. Please go ahead. And forget, your first name again was what again?
Sharon.
Everybody say Sharon?
Sharon.
Please speak.
Please speak.
Okay, so the thought and the feeling thing, I agree with it, but kind of I disagree with it as well.
Tell me why.
This is why, because even if you're not feeling well or not feeling great, you can just kind of subjugate your feelings to what you know to do and just go ahead and do it. I mean, there's plenty of times I'm like, I don't feel like going to the gym today, but I know that I need to go work out. So despite my feelings, I get dressed and I go, even if I go by myself.
Let me ask you a question with that. Now, thank you for that. Let me ask you a question. I don't feel like going to the gym today, but if I don't go to the gym today, there's a consequence to that, right?
Of course.
Is that not a thought?
Yes.
See, here's how it works.
Yep.
It doesn't mean you feel good about it. It means I start to move in that direction here, And as I move in the direction of here, to get to here, I start to feel different about it. Because let me ask you a question. I don't feel like going to the gym today. But when you leave the gym after the workout, how you feel?
Well, I feel great.
There you go. This is what I'm thanking for that. What I'm getting at is, I'm not saying it's got to be good, but in spite of. See, the lady that didn't come to church, none of those other people felt good either that day. When they were 3 months or more behind in their mortgage. None of them felt good. Many were embarrassed. I mean, I remember being an usher. A lady said, should I go up? I pushed her. I got in trouble for that, but I pushed her. What do you mean, what are you asking me for? I'm not right there, right, go! She thought they're going to laugh at me. She thought she well-dressed lady. I mean, you know, she had the whole, the hair was going. She thought, I'm going to be embarrassed. But in spite of, she got up. Does that work a bit? That's what I'm getting at. Thank you. Give her a hand, though. Thank you for that. And I appreciate that. That's it. On the wealth side. I'm not the financial guy, but here's this. What if you wrote yourself a check every Monday? And put it in the bank. All right, one that won't bounce. All right, that's cool. Or how about if you did this? Maybe the check will bounce, but what if, therefore, you should be using cash, I guess. What if you took all your loose change that you have in your car, and every Monday deposited that in the bank? Just the fact that your income goes up $2.33 will start to think how you think and feel. And before you know it, you're depositing $2.35 or whatever it might be. But little by little by little, the result is Christmas is paid for. You hear me? Steve and I were talking to somebody yesterday about, they were looking at their situation when it came to money. And Steve, I love Steve DeCosta, Steve said to someone, well, you know, what if you could make an extra $500 a month? And he showed them how it would change, you know, this situation. He talked to them about that. And they only heard with $500. How am I going to get $500? I just happen to be sitting there. So I says, well, how about $17 a day? Because 17 times 30 is 510. What if you could find $17 a day? What if you could save $17 a day? I don't know, half of that's Starbucks, right? The other half is fast food or something. All right? Now, we like making more, but in that case, that could get you 500. And it might help them different places. All right? Does that work? Now, I got to get to where I'm going too slow. I got to get moving. I do need one volunteer. It's not going to hurt. Come on, Tony. Everybody say, come on, Tony. Come on, man. Right here, bro. Stay right there, bro. Everybody say, Tony.
Tony.
You're the man.
You're the man.
Tony, were you awesome or you were amazing?
Amazing.
You're amazing. Stand right here. Stand right there. Right here. Face these folks. You're amazing. Everybody say, Tony.
Tony.
You're amazing.
You're amazing.
Now, I didn't really hear what you had to say, but I heard from 2 years ago when I was doing something. I don't know what you said. Well, would you mind sharing with us what you told Awesome for that 60 seconds when you were amazing? And you still are amazing. You're not sharing with, would you like to hear that?
Yes.
Because here's the thing. It's weird. It feels funny. It feels long. But what's 1 minute times 24 hours in a day? What if you did it every day? What if you did it morning and noon and evening? What if you took 3 minutes out of the day for you? It might change some things. Tony, just do me a favor. Just take about 60 seconds and roll. I'll tell you when to stop. You just keep going there, bro. Go ahead.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Basically, I shared with her 2 years ago, I actually joined a boot camp. I got to the point my back...
And it's the fitness boot camp.
Yes.
All right.
Fitness
Okay,
boot
all
camp.
right. There you go.
I got to the point my back was bothering me and I just wasn't really feeling good about myself. So during that fitness camp, about 2, 3, 4 days a week, I would get into high intense workout. And during that process, I was able to shed almost 30 to 40 pounds.
Hold on. Stop right there. How much?
30 to 40 pounds.
Let me ask you a question. Who here wouldn't mind shedding 30 or 40 pounds? How did that make you feel, Tony?
Great.
All right, keep going, please. Go ahead. Come on, come on.
And because of that process, I would never envision in my 40s that I would be able to run 5Ks.
Tell them how far 5Ks in miles.
It's about 3.5 miles.
3.1 miles.
3.1
Know
miles.
that. Okay, some of they don't know the odometer. They don't know what that looks like. All right, go ahead. Come on, come on. Keep going, Tony. Come on, Tony.
Okay, so 3.5 miles. The first year I did it in 31 minutes.
Okay, hold on now. Hold on. Okay. So let's forget the time. How many of you have run half an hour this year? All right, about 2 of you out of the number, okay? So there you go. Okay, keep going there, Tony. Come on. All right, so even if it took you, 45 minutes to do it, right? You went from 0 to 45. Keep going through the first year. Everybody say 31. 31. All right, come on, Tony. What happened next?
Second year, I did it close to 29.
Hold on. Who here's ran 29 minutes this year? He got better. You should have ran 2 minutes longer just to keep your average up. Okay, keep going. Yeah, come on. You should have ran, you came back around.
And then one thing I noticed during that process, I did feel better about myself. I felt confident about myself. I thought about the things that I've done in the past that, you're able to recreate that, but on another higher level.
Say it again.
Be able to recreate that, but on a
Redeem
higher
the time.
level.
Get it back.
Yes, get it back.
All right, get it, gang. All right, get it. Who wants to get it back? How many of you can do that? Get it, Tony. Come give me a little bit more.
All right. So with that said, my purpose and mission of being here today is to surround myself with good people so that I can get to another level. And I realize that sometimes getting to another level means getting around different people that can provide you with inspiration, motivation, that can get you on to another level.
Ooh, go ahead, Tony. Give him a hand. Thank you, bro. All right, thank you, bro. Thank you for that. All right. So here's the deal. Now, you heard that. He wanted to come around some people. It didn't have nothing to do with me, right? He wanted to come around some people that are like-minded, that want to move forward. Is he in the right room?
Yes.
Let me say something about that, and thank you for that, Tony. The biggest thing in life, the biggest advancements you make in life is when you're in the right environment. To the left and to the right of you. Again, I'll even go back to the church situation. I love it. In Isaiah, it says, in Isaiah chapter 6, that the Shekinah glory came down. Why did it come down? Because he had one angel right here saying, he's holy. And another angel right here saying, he's holy. This angel says, he's holy. This angel says, he's holy. And because he was saying he was holy, God had no choice but to fill that room with his presence. What if you had a partner in this room, even one of us, and said, I'm awesome? And that person said, you're awesome. And you said, you're amazing. And this one said, you're amazing. And that was maybe 1 minute of that. You could text, you're awesome. You're amazing. I'm awesome. And you're whatever, back and forth. Just doing that, having someone else to be accountable to, bigger than you. Oh gosh, this is big. Bigger than you can change everything about your situation. I'm ahead of myself, but thank you for that. So the question is, and you just did awesome and amazing, what does extreme health look like to you? Shout it out. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Does it fit? Is it trim? What else? What else? What else?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. What else? What else?
Energy.
Energy. What else? Well, what else?
Amazing.
How about this one? You know, you got like this closet, and you got like these things over here that you can wear, but not the stuff over here.
Yes.
What about, come on now, there's a high school reunion in somebody's, the future, right? Come on, you want to walk in there and maybe not have to suck your gut in quite so much. All right, for y'all you ladies, look, I'm just throwing it out here. Maybe this isn't the case with you ladies. All of you are too beautiful. This never happened. But some dude was a boyfriend or something, and he, for some crazy reason, thought this isn't the one. And then you walked in the room one day, and that brother's all messed up. I blew it. What if, come on now, some of you, I don't have a brother or sister, but your big brother always beat you up. And you're not going to fight him now, but you just want to let him know You can do a little bit more than he can when mama asks you to move something. Come on now, get real. I love it. I've been doing it 31 years, 32 almost. And I love it when people come to me. And I sit down with them, sir, how may I help you? And they all lie. Everyone, all of them lie. I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, that sounds good, sir. So, if you drop 19 pounds, would you be a failure? Oh, no, that'd be pretty good. What about 18 pounds? Well, no, that'd be pretty good. What about 17 pounds? It's got nothing to do with the scale. It's got something to do with that thing. See, if that guy, he's 50 years old, and dad died at 55, and granddad died at 55, and he's got maybe a grandson or a son, and his son comes up and says, you know, Dad, let's play basketball. His son's 10, 12 years old. Daddy's his hero. But he can't keep up with his son anymore. So now he says, son, I can't do it right now. I'm busy. I'm doing blah, 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 whatever it is. It's not true. Son goes off and plays. It hurts him because he's lying to his son, because he can't be his son's hero. It's the lady that may be on the honeymoon or whatever, but she did wear the bikini, and she was on the beach, and she was killing it. But now it's been 3 children, and they just don't feel good about themselves anymore. It's that dresser with all those bottles sitting on it, that you're going to take this at that time, that at the other time, and whatever. And because you took this one for so long, they're going to take that one because this one doesn't work anymore, it works a different way, it does stuff to you. It's Joyce, and this is not the case anymore. It's living in a big house, but you living on 1 floor because it hurt too much to get up and down the stairs. Do you hear me? That's what we're talking about. So let me ask the question again. What does extreme health look like to you? Shout it out.
12% body.
What is it?
12% body.
12% body fat. And anybody got to do what she's talking about. All right? All right? Because here's the thing. Thank you for that. When most people look in the mirror, they don't care what it looks like, what the body fat is. As long as it's working for them. But that's for those that do, it does matter. But that's good. But what else? What else? That's it? Nothing.
6-pack abs.
There you go. Come on now, Kelly. Be honest about it. Come on now. I'm going to move on from here, but I want you to get, if you're having a difficult time with this, you really need to spend time here. You really need to spend time writing it out why I'm awesome, why I'm amazing. If that's too hard for you, you need to find a partner and you spend 1 minute complimenting them on every wonderful thing about themselves. And they need to stand here and tell you every wonderful thing they can see in you for that minute. Till you start to believe what others see. Because that's going to make the difference. Now, I didn't even plan to get into this. I haven't started teaching anything about wellness yet. But you understand that's everything?
Yeah.
Do you understand that even 12% body fat only works for a while? You know why? You'd be 12% body fat for that moment. And now, the next day, you could be different, higher or lower. So therefore, you have to work to that. I know this, okay? And I say that, not that that's a bad, that's a wonderful thing. 12% you're fit. A woman at 12% is fit. But here's the thing I'm getting at is, and I write this on here, because this goes into thoughts and feelings on top of all of that. And none of this I meant to teach. Is this okay?
Yeah.
It's okay? I don't want to bore you, and I want to make sure I get to your stuff. Am I doing all right?
Yes.
Thank you. Most of us try to be precise. We try to be perfect. We try to do it right. We try to get it together. But what we really should be working for is on being, forgive my handwriting, bad angle here, accurate. There's a difference. If you were in the military, did you have to shoot a rifle? You had, Illinois, now you understand you have a target, you're on a range, you had to pass certain things, correct?
Yes.
This woman, she's a killer, folks. Watch out for her. You have a target, and the center of the target, you've got a target, and the center of the target, if you hit the center of the target, you have a certain score that you get, right?
Exactly.
Now, is the center of the target about the size of my fingertip, or is it a little bit bigger?
About the size of your fingertip.
Okay, all right, and that's pretty good, right? But therefore, the fact of the matter, what I'm getting at is this. Some people don't realize that there's wiggle room with precise and accurate. You don't necessarily have to get 100 on the test to get an A. And 90 and 91 and 92, believe me, I don't know much about that. 93, 94, and so on will help you get the A. I say that because that is the problem that many of us have about really feeling and wanting to be awesome or amazing. We spend too much time telling ourselves what we can't do, what our problems are. You ask somebody how they're feeling, they actually tell you. That's why I don't ask people how they're feeling too often. I really don't. I'll mess you up, man. Man, you mess around. You bent over in pain, hurt, and you were feeling good till you talked to them. So, may I go a little further now? May I get this thing? This is what I was hoping some of you would say. Toned. Energetic. Heard that one. How about flexible? How about, you ever see somebody drop something and look at it? And have to make a decision whether they're going to get it? Maybe they kick it over to the side so they can do like one of these numbers? How about relaxed? I'm in one pain for it. It's relaxed. You feel good. Fit, and you can add whatever else you want to. This is 3rd century BC. Herophilus said this: when health is absent, wisdom cannot reveal itself. Stop right there. How many of us want to be wise? Especially those who have been to church before. Wisdom is a principal thing. Buy wisdom and sell it not. All the other stuff. But when health is absent, oops, let's go back here. When health is absent, wisdom can't reveal itself. It's covered up. You don't even think clearly. Art cannot become manifest. Patrick, you're an artist. There's a videographer back here. Being healthy, you think, you see things differently. Strength cannot be exerted. Wealth is what?
Useless.
Steve Jobs was a billionaire. The eye, everything, right? How much of his money would he give him back for 10 more years of life?
Oh, yeah.
How important is your stuff when you're laying there and you're hurting, you're sick? Just think that through. How much is it worth? And reason is powerless. This is 3rd century BC. This gentleman was a physician. He didn't have the microscopes and other stuff he had. He certainly was a physician. The book of Luke. Luke was a physician. And they're reading in the Bible. Health is absent. Wisdom cannot reveal itself. Art cannot become manifest. Strength cannot be exerted. Wealth is useless. And reason is powerless. Just stop right there. You see what I'm getting at? You see why thoughts, feelings, actions, results mean something. It's a start. Gandhi. It is health that is real wealth. And not pieces of silver and gold. Now, I got nothing against silver and gold. I need more silver and want more gold. But the fact of the matter is that there's a balance there. I'm going to get out of your way in a bit. We're going to teach this. But I want you to get this. And this is the part. This is why this is extreme health. This is the stuff that we do. See, listen, I know that a dumbbell works if you pick it up enough. I love talking to new fitness instructors, and they talk to me about muscle hypertrophy, pre and post, this. I mean, they'll go, opposing muscle groups, and pre-exhaustion, post-exhaustion is what I meant to say earlier. And talking about the Krebs cycle, I want to get into the science of that type of thing. And I know how, there's something called periodization. I know all that stuff. But I also know this. The guy that doesn't do it, no matter how much he knows, doesn't get it. And guess what? If you stop doing it, you don't stay the same. You go backward. One final thing, I'll get off of this point. But this is in my spirit now. I hope this is okay. Book of Genesis says, God tells man, I will not contend. He tells, actually speaks, I will not contend with man more than 120 years. Human DNA is meant to last 120 years. In absence of disease, a human being, if everything was right, we would live, and Kelly's going to tell you why pretty soon, why some of us are sick and overfat. It might not be your fault. But the fact of the matter is that 120 years is what we should have. But David says in Psalms, man lives 70, and by reason of strength, 80 years. So let's say we get to 80. That means 80, I've lost 40 years of total wellness, meaning every day that I live, every 24 hours I live, I'm actually dying at a rate of 36 hours a day. I'm dying at a day and a half every day that I live. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you'll make it to 80 or 90 or 100. But what I'm getting at here is there's a perfect design. The human body is designed, Kelly teaches us, so I don't want to take too much of her stuff, but the human body is meant to heal itself. It is meant, all right, divinely to heal itself. Even right now, millions of cells are living and dying in our body, which means, it's real math. In 7 years, 10 years at the most, probably less than that, every cell in your body right now will be dead and a new one will be born, many times over. Which means, if I have disease in my body today and do the things I need to do for a period of time, 7 years later, I've got a whole new set of cells if I program those cells to do something different than they've done before. Some of you may not have heard that before. So what I'm getting at here is that there's an answer, there's a solution to your problem. So, let's go a little bit further. Because, and I already said, this was a little up to God, because God's interested too. And I hope this is okay for some of you that I'm talking about God, but I have to, because quite simply put, I don't know anything. Or do you not know that your body, your what?
Body.
Is the temple. We hear it all the time. Of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not your own. It talks about, for you were bought at a price, therefore glorify God in where? Your body. And in your spirit, which are God's. So if the body doesn't belong to you, you're supposed to glorify God, that belongs to God. Now that's deep for some people. Verse 20 says, well, don't you realize your body is a sacred place? The place of the Holy Spirit. Don't you see you can't live however you please? Squander what God paid such a high price for. The physical part, the what part?
Physical.
Oh gosh, tomorrow in church on Sunday, people will raise their hands and say, Lord, you are Jehovah Jireh and heal me. And Monday they'll wake up sick, broken, laying down like they were before because they haven't figured out this formula because nobody's taught them that. Because nobody had telling themselves they're awesome and they're amazing. The physical part of you is not some piece of property belonging to the spiritual part of you. Oh, get that. You are flesh and you are spirit. And you can get spiritually right. And your body can be falling apart. What did Herophilus say 3rd century BC? He said, without health, everything else is useless. The physical part of you is not some piece of property belonging to the spiritual part of you. God owns the whole works. So let people see God in and through your body. We have a responsibility to be healthy. And if you don't know it, I want everybody, if you have a piece of paper, pull it out. If not, you can just do it mentally. All right, just take out a piece of paper, cell phone, whatever. And I want you, we're going to make a list, okay? So here we go. You ready? We're going to make a list. I want you to write down the name of everybody you know that is going to benefit from you being sick.
Oh, wow.
Okay, then write it down. Everybody you know that's going to be benefiting from you being sick. All right, that one was, all right, how about this one? I want to write down everything I know. Everyone is going to benefit from you being broke. All right, how about this one? You don't have to write down all these names, but I know there's at least one person in your life. Write down someone that you are robbing right now if you aren't living and doing the best you can with your health, and for that matter, with your wealth. For me, it would be my grandson, my granddaughter, my daughter, my wife. For you, it might be your children or your spouse. For you, it might be that book that you have yet to write, or the thing you've yet to do, and you're robbing people. Herophilus wrote that over 2,000 years ago. Paul wrote that about 2,000 years ago. And they're still living today. What if Paul or Herophilus had not chosen health? What if they had not done that? We wouldn't have this to work with today. So I want to get at that. So, unfortunately, instead of being totally energetic on the stuff we said, I'm going through this much slower than I thought I would, but it just seems like I should. Instead of being toned, many of us are fat. Instead of being energetic, many of us are tired. Instead of being flexible, many of us are stiff. Instead of being pain-free, many of us are hurting someplace. And oh gosh, you got to come to our next seminar. Stress is dessert spelled backwards. That's Extreme Health 102. Oh, you got to come to that one. Instead of being relaxed, we are stressed. To come to that one. Oh, that's good stuff. Stress is dessert spelled backwards. I wish I could put that one myself. But you'll find out who taught that to me. Instead of being well, was sick. Fill in your blanks. I guess I got my introduction done finally. We won't belabor the point, but what I want to get at is, and this is really what I want to do. The other stuff, I'm not going to even teach that because I'm not going to get Kelly up here soon. But what I want you to do, and then certainly Alicia, but what I want you to get at here is that this, at least for me, is important. It's important that you do well. I need you to do well. It's a song that needs you to survive. I need you not just to survive, but to do well and be well. Because I need to get, I didn't make it, I didn't learn any stuff by osmosis. All this was taught to me. So many people, so many things to teach that I don't know that I need, that the world needs. So that's what we are. And just in case you know, just quickly, if you don't think that you've ever chosen illness over extreme health, every time you say I don't have time, I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm already thin, my something hurts, I don't like vegetables, so I like that one. Eating healthy is too expensive. How many of you know that maybe the apple costs more than the apple at the other place, but both of them are less than the copay at your doctor's office? Yeah. Just the same. Just saying. You mean I have to sweat? I tried before and failed. I hate exercise. Go! Well, think you hate exercise, but keep doing it anyway. My Tybo takes your mention. Come on, some of you know those introverts. Somebody might be Zumba, I might be dating myself. Whatever it might be, listen, I told that to Jane Fonda and Kate Smith and Tracy, not Tracy Austin, Denise Austin. All right? She was right down Alexandria. You know, Lisa Richardson, good friend of mine, lived in Silver Spring. I'm old. All right? Just one more slice. Don't you dare blame Mama for what you did. And my personal favorite, I'll start tomorrow. Like Annie, always a day away. I love that one. That's where we are. So in case, now that might not be you, that might be other people that aren't here. But that's you. You've made a difference. So, some of you that hung around us long enough, or a little bit, might know this. Well, we have declarations, at least I do, about everything. We got different colors. I got the whole thing working. Some of you don't like pink. And I'm not agreeing with it there somewhere. But again, just everybody grab one for yourself. Pass it around. For yourself, just get and grab it. And we'll get some on the other side here, too. I'll grab here. There you go. You guys got enough passing back here? We don't have any colors. All right, well, you can work out the colors. You can trade colors as you need to. If we don't have enough, let me know. All right. There we go. Do you have enough? Do we need more? Like, all right, Janine, you got one. Let me see you ladies back there. If you got some extras, that's cool. All right. Some of you are going to have a tough time telling yourself you're awesome because it's weird, because it's long, because you don't know what to say, because you don't feel good about talking about yourself. You never did. You think you're braggadocious, thank you, or you think that it's conceited, or whatever, or you don't really want to believe it, or maybe you know it, but you don't want to tell people you know it. So I'm going to help you out here and give you something that you can use. This is what I use. So please stand on your feet. I want you to make sure both feet are firmly planted on the ground. I want you to put your hand on your heart just like we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, the United States of America, and all that stuff to the Republic who stands in school. I want you to do that. They still do that. No. That's ridiculous. We live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. I certainly believe that. That's ridiculous. But I want you to repeat after me. But here's the deal. You're not talking to me. You're not even talking to your neighbor. You're not trying to make up something that makes me feel good or sounds good. But what we're doing here is you're speaking to your own spirit. It said, your physical part is not some part owned by your spiritual part. So I'm speaking to my body right now. I'm speaking to all those billions of cells in my body right now. I'm speaking to my mind. I'm speaking to my thoughts, my feelings, my actions. I'm speaking to my attitudes. And I want you to speak to yourself. Here's my challenge. Try this for 21 days. If the awesome thing doesn't work for you, or the amazing doesn't work for you, or why not all of them? Why not call up somebody and read it to them? Put this in the refrigerator about eye level every time you reach for that extra slice. And see what it does to you. But here we go. Both feet planted firmly on the ground. Chest out, shoulders back. You're standing tall. Chin is in, just like Yolanda had to do in the military. Here we go. I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
That was almost awesome. Let's try that one more time. I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
I always have energy to do what I love.
I always have energy to do what I love.
Good health is mine right now.
Good health is mine right now.
When?
Right now.
Right now. Right now. I release my mind
Release my mind
from bad memories of the past.
from bad memories of the past.
Right now, I declare each and every one of you to let it go. It's happened. I don't care what it was, health or whatever. You did it. Yeah, you did it, but let it go. God forgot it. As far as the east is from the west, he separated that thing. Why are you holding on to it? I choose to nurture my body with healthy foods.
I choose to nurture my body with healthy foods.
I welcome and learn from physical symptoms.
I welcome and learn from physical symptoms.
Because symptoms are how my body
Because symptoms are how my body
talks to me.
talks to me.
Let me just say something about that one. When your knee hurts, it hurts for a reason. When your back is stiff or it hurts for a reason. Deal with it now. A little problem can be fixed. The bigger problem is much tougher to deal with. Don't get caught up. Okay, come on in. Come on, please, come in. We've been waiting for you. All right, here, you take that one. Just take that one. This is the one I had. I was saving that one for you. All right, but here's the thing. I love it when people say to me, well, the doctor says I have X, but I'm not going to believe that because I believe it. No, the doctor didn't make it up. How's he going to be a healer if you didn't have it in the first place? You can believe the diagnosis. You just don't have to accept the prognosis. There's a difference. There's a difference. I sleep in peace and wake in joy.
I sleep in peace and wake in joy.
How good would it feel just to wake up in the morning and feel good? No stress. Just feel good. You know, no alarm clock because your body just knows when to wake up and you're ready. You're pumped. Every day I feel better and better.
Every day I feel better and better.
Every day my body
Every day my body
rids itself of dead cells.
rids itself of dead cells.
Just as every day
Just as every day
I let go of old non-serving thoughts.
I let go of old non-serving thoughts.
It's not a black thing.
It's not
I want you to repeat that. I'll get rid of rap now. No, it's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's not a man thing. It's not a woman thing. I don't care what the statistics say to you. We all have the same number of muscles, the same number of bones. The fact of the matter is if we start to use them properly, you start to nurture our body with healthy foods and other things start to happen. You buy a new car, you take care of the car, don't you? You get the oil changed, don't you? You put the gas in the right way, don't you? You get the tires checked, don't you? All that stuff. 30,000 mile checkup, you do that. Here's the deal. Let go of those old non-serving thoughts. You are today in extreme health. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. Abundant health is my divine right.
Abundant health is my divine right.
Today and every day.
Today and every day.
My body.
My body.
Put your hands on your head. My mind.
My mind.
Hug yourself. And spirit.
And spirit.
Are happy.
Are happy.
Healthy.
Healthy.
And whole.
And whole.
Oh no, no, you really gotta hug yourself on this one. Just get and hug yourself. I love my beautiful self.
I love my beautiful self.
Unconditionally.
Unconditionally.
Let me tell you right now, you can let go, put the hand back on the heart, but here's the deal. if you're a little bit bigger than you want to be, love every inch.
Yes. Yes.
If things start getting better and you're trying to get rid of stuff, that's good. It's easy to hug yourself. Everything about you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and it is yours right now. Extreme health starts at this moment right now. I don't care what it says. I don't care what's going on. You can be better. We'll all be better. And finally, extreme health, is the order of the day in my world.
It's the order of the day in my world.
Give yourselves a high five. Give each other a high five. Give yourselves a hand. Yeah. And you can take it out of the seat. I'm not even going to teach the stuff I came to teach. Because I'm not. You got to come to Extreme Health 102 for that. So I'm not going to ask you about your exercise IQ. I'm not going to ask you if I can eat all I want for exercise. No, I'm not telling you that. I'm not going to ask you if you can lose weight and focus on exercise. I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about pushing yourself. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about sports drinks. I'm not going to talk about that one. I'm not going to talk about whether I should bother to exercise for another 30 minutes. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. This one I will.
That's true.
Regular physical activity can reduce the need for some types of medication.
Yeah.
Who says true? Who says false? All right. This is my inner game show host. I always want to be a game show host. Survey says true. And you're all right. But you see the it's an asterisk there. What does that mean? And this is key.
Oh, yeah.
Always continue to take your medication as directed unless your doctor tells you otherwise. See, some of you don't realize that you're on it and it's doing what it's supposed to do whether you like it or not. Add the wellness component to it, let it work for a while, and then start to work with your doctor, but don't you start to self-medicate. Because things start happening. All right, so, one final thing and I will be out of here. We're on a road. Down here is ill health. Up there is extreme health. Down here is Florida. Up there is New York. We're right here. Down here is Lanham, Maryland. And we're going to New York City. It is about 200 miles from Lanham, Maryland to New York City. If I get on 95 and go through Maryland and go through Delaware and go to the New Jersey Turnpike, and depending on what exit I choose to get off of, I will be in New York City. There are more than 3 lanes in a lot of these roads, but the fact is, let's say there's 3 lanes. These people on the right are headed to New York City. It's 200 miles. The people in the right lane tend to drive close to the speed limit. Speed limit may be 55, 65 in some places, but it's 55 for our purposes. They're driving 55 miles an hour. If they get in that lane, and they drive 55 miles an hour and don't stop, will they get to New York City?
Yes.
They will. You sure?
Yes.
But they're driving 55.
Yep.
But they're in New York City. People in the middle, they're driving a little faster than people on the right. They're on the road. They're down here in Lanham, Maryland. They drive about 65 miles an hour. They're in Lanham, Maryland. They're trying to get to New York City. They drive about 65 miles an hour. If they were to get on that road and not stop, would they get to New York City?
Yes.
Now, here's the question though. They're driving 55. And you told me they're going to get to New York City. And these people are driving 65. They get to New York City. So what's the difference? They get a little faster. But New York City's not moving, right? Okay. Then there are some of you. I've seen you. That's what we want to get on there. And it's 75, 85, looking for the state trooper, the whole deal. I know, Joyce. I know. They're in Lanham, Maryland. Up there is New York City.
Baltimore now.
Right. So, but they're rolling, right? New York City's 20 miles away. If they stay on the road, will they get to New York City? Well, wait a minute. They're going to get there. All right. Are they going to get there? But are these people going to get there?
They're going to get there.
But what's the difference between the two of them?
Just get there faster.
They'll get there faster. But what if this guy gets to Delaware and stops? But he's driving fast. What will happen if he stops? Doesn't go any further?
He's messed up.
Oh, he didn't get New York City, is what you're saying, right? Well, this one, now he's nice and steady, 65. Getting the Jersey Turnpike, and he says, you know what? I don't feel like going anywhere because I'm tired now. I don't feel good about myself. So I just stopped. So I stopped in New Jersey. Did I get to New York City?
No.
How about this one? If they stop, I don't know, right before the bridge or the tunnel to get to New York City, will they get to New York City?
Nope.
But they can see New York City.
Yep.
They're almost there. Ladies and gentlemen, this road is the last thing I got for you. This road to, I didn't even teach wellness, but I hope I taught something. This road to extreme health as well as extreme wealth is about getting on the road and never getting off of it. It might look like, oops, no, not that yet, she's coming. It might look like you lose change. At the end of the month, you put it in the bank or you put it in some type of fund. It might look like that check you write yourself on Monday for $4, but you're paying yourself into something that you're then going to do something else with it. But a funny thing happens. I notice in fitness that the people that start here, let's say we're trying to do 10 repetitions or something, and they get to about 8 or 9, and it starts to burn. They don't quite do 10. They'll get better. It just takes a little bit longer to get there. But these, you said 10, they did 10. And they'll get there, what do you want to physically, but a little quicker than that guy. This guy says, well, shoot, you said 10, I did 10, which means I already could do 10 when I showed up today. So let's see if I can do 11. If I get 11, let me try 12. If I can't do 11 or 12 or 13, I'm going to die trying. That's it right there. This is the guy that's burning. The muscles burn a little bit more than this one, a little bit more than this one. But all of them will get there in time. And almost everyone that starts here eventually moves over a lane, and eventually even get to that. But the key is you don't get off the road. The Bible says despise not small beginnings. We're going to work with a lot of you in your health as well as your wealth. I don't care how jacked up your financial situation looks, and I don't care if you can't wear one lick of clothing in your closet today. But if you get started with us, you just work with, we got some people in this room that are doing amazing things already for themselves, but we're just beginning. If we just stay on the road, don't worry about that Janine's driving 65, you're 55. Don't worry about this, that you know Joyce is up there. She's rolling. But you know what? She started over here. She used to live in one room of her house. Now it's over 100 pounds less later. All right? It didn't look like that to begin. It looks like that now. So are you guys ready for more? You actually ready to learn something?
Yeah.
Did this help anybody?
Yes.
I'm feeling good. We haven't done extreme health in a while. I feel good about this right now. And I took way too much time, but I don't know, this seemed right. I hope this is okay.